was going out for several calls for people which they didn't find anything. But it went on for years and years because the feds, the Department of Justice, there was tremendous corruption in the city council and several council members. It turned out it wasn't the case, but one of the feds concentrated on LA as opposed to New York. Well, because it's LA, work for you.
Beauty and the Beast, Fantasia, wow,
How did things get
yeah,
so bad?
Toto,
The supply chain goods are not coming in. Well, there are a bunch of reasons I'm going to share with you. Let's take a quick. Hey, how long is it going to take for us to go back to normal? A lot of questions.
Jesus and died there, Jesus,
Kfi Am supporting us Kfi winds are posing new challenges for firefighters battling the fire in the coastal mountains of Santa Barbara County. 6 members of the LA City Council have introduced a resolution to enforce the anti-homeless camp ordinance in certain areas around City Hall. 2 birds pipeline ruptured off the coast of Orange County have been treated and released. We'll take the 605 drive with the KFI next. Finally, each immediate payment is a fair housing lender. NMLS 1626699. The following example is a 30-year term of 2.625% on a loan amount of $300,000 with a 50% LTV. With employment and with a 745 score.
Here's the lifetime loans, but you hear a lot of conflicting information about what that means to you exactly.
The team at True Mortgage wants to show you how affordable a true loan can actually be and how much it might cost you each month.
If you've got a $300,000 loan and you're paying a dime more than $12.50 a month, you must call True Mortgage now at 833-66-FASTER or go to TrueNow.com to see what they can do to make your monthly payment more affordable.
$12.50 per month on a $300,000 loan. It's true, and they can help get you a super affordable monthly payment and help you immediately.
Have a $400,000 loan, merely add another $400 per month, and so on. It is simple math and an even easier payment, but as Chairman Powell said, rates will go up. So call today.
True Mortgage 833-66-FASTER or TrueNow.com. That's 833-66-FASTER or dial pound 250 and use the keywords True Mortgage. From the Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy, slow going on the 605.
Boy, perfect description, Chris. Thank you. Yes, indeed, if you are just starting out now, coming out from the 210, pretty good until you get to the 10, and then from that point, through Roseville all the way down to the 5, it's just slow going. There was a problem, color is gone, it's all open now, but there was a problem going south 605 to the south 5. But the problem at the moment really is going through Cerritos or getting there. East 91 o'clock before the 605. 2 rider block there. Bad crash back up 710 News Ortesia Boulevard. We're headed back into the San Fernando Valley. A long lane problem. If you just joined us, been south 170 past Roscoe, we're only the carpool lane has been open since pre-dawn. Back up to south 5 coming down from the 118. Really, really tough. And real quick here, south 5 at Ditman coming out of the East LA interchange. The stall in the right lane. Little slow from the interchange. Be careful going through, please. Injured in an accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Barr, KFI in the sky.
Looking for your next investment? Want to cash out of stock market risk and volatility? Here are 8 reasons to consider NRIA's proven real estate development fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized and bonuses to 21% targeted. We strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people are moving to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk and volatility. We have substantial property assets selling out every month supporting your investment. Our short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns today and major upside targets. Our buildings are socially responsible, environmentally friendly, and pandemic hardened. We are an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. Hedge against inflation and receive steady cash flow. Start your due diligence at nria.net or call 800-800-1414. That's 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Well, you've heard me talk about my friends at Sunday and how they can sell your home fast without any repairs, without the hassle of dealing with showings, realtors, cleaning, or making upgrades. Now Sunday has made the process even easier for those who want to sell a property fast.
Contact Sunday for your free no-obligation cash offer. They're going to visit your property, take photos, and do a 3D walkthrough. They'll package your property details and send it to the thousands of local investors in their database who are actively looking to buy properties. The average homeowner receives 12 offers on their property. It's quick and easy. Plus, you can close in as little as 10 days, or they have the flexibility to close in months. They can even give you a $20,000 cash advance, which will help with moving costs when you sell with Sunday. Go to Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com, or phone them, 800-25-OFFER. Get a free no-obligation cash offer at Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com. Sunday is a California licensed real estate broker. DRE license number 020-88298.
Want a new set of wheels without spending hours at car dealerships? Download the Roto app. That's RODO. You can browse thousands of vehicles from your phone, buy a car in minutes, and even have it delivered. Plus, Roto finds every discount available, so you know you're always getting the best price, with no hidden fees. Listen, if you're ready to buy a car, make it easy on yourself and go with Roto. Download the Roto app now or check out roto.com. That's RODO.com.
Thank you for calling Zero Res.
Do you guys get out of carpet?
Yes, sir. We specialize in removing bathroom carpet. Is there a lot?
Yeah, I did it myself with one of those rental machines, but it left everywhere. Now the carpet's stiff and crunchy.
Don't worry, sir. Zero Res can clean that up.
At Zero Res, shampoo is a dirty word. Only Zero Res cleans without shampoos and detergents, so your carpets are left soft and fluffy like the day they were installed. Book your cleaning today at ZeroSoCal.com.
She and I are throwing around the football or playing catch.
A real-size football or an American mini football?
A real size football.
Okay, good.
And so then this kid comes up and he wants to play too. So I start playing catch with the kid. Why do you have that look on your face?
Did you hurt him?
Well, first of all, okay.
Jerry and Shannon.
How did you know?
Weekdays at 10 a.m. on KFI.
KFI AM 640, Bill Handel here. It is a Thursday morning, October 14th. The Dodgers take on the Giants tonight in San Francisco, the final game of the National League Division Series. And it's the last game, and we hope the Dodgers win. If the Dodgers win, Chris, you're going to see jumping and screaming and celebration down the hall in the sales department.
Yes, we are, unless there's a Angels fan down there.
I don't think it matters.
You don't think so?
No. I think they're all going to jump in joy. Also, you've got the Aliso Fire north of Santa Barbara, now 15,000 acres. And a story I just did, LA City Councilman Mark Ridley Thomas has been indicted on federal corruption charges. Not the only one. One of the big issues that is being covered and something that all of us are suffering from is the lack of goods. We can't buy refrigerators, furniture, because the supply chain has just wrapped up. Friend of mine is trying to buy a couch. And you go, and there's a delay of like 7 months. I go, what is that? The foam. You can't get the foam because of the supply chain, just total bottleneck. And so, first of all, what is the supply chain? Well, manufacturers in the U.S. and the rest of the industrialized world, virtually all of us, Western world, we have been outsourcing the production of all of these goods and not only high-end products, but low-cost products, medium-cost products to China and low-wage countries. It's all about the cost of labor. That's what it is. And starting in the 70s, the companies really started outsourcing. And even the more sophisticated products, and using multiple contractors to produce and then assemble a component. Now, it used to be that it was American manufacturing. Factories were here, distribution was here. Well, that all changed because labor was so cheap in China. A little bit of handled history. Why did China open up? Well, it happened after Mao Zedong died, because Mao Zedong was basically insane. He created modern China, Red China, if you will, the communist China in 1949. And he was the ultimate communist. which means that he did not believe in merchants, intellectuals, professors, etc., lawyers, because there were no lawyers in China, and because it was all about the peasants, right? The culture of China was about the peasant. He was a peasant, and the peasants really were the heart of China. Well, the problem is peasants aren't educated, and they don't have technical skills. And to give you an idea of how nuts he was, the Cultural Revolution, where he decided we're going to get rid of all of the intellectuals, all of the technocrats, and we're going to bring it all back to the peasantry. So he shut down, for example, the steel manufacturing. And you know what he did? He had people in their backyards create these homemade smelters and produce steel. You know, holes in the ground, and, well, obviously that can't be used, so the economy just tanked. And when he died, China realized, the leader saying, oh, we want a real country here, and they started production. And the wages were so cheap that all of a sudden the world, and also China wanted to join the world community, because it was like North Korea. It had its own economy, it had its own culture, and didn't talk to anybody else. So now it joins the modern world, starts manufacturing, the cost of labor is so cheap, and the Chinese make a good product. They actually could create a good quality product. And so now you have outsourcing. And boy, it exploded. Around the world, people realize China, and to an extent Vietnam and India, will manufacture for the company. So here's how it works. Company based in the U.S., an American company, designs and puts the finishing touches on a product, and then turns to outsourcing other companies for raw materials, components, and sometimes the assembly is done in the United States, okay, final assembly, sometimes not. You know, cars, for example, you buy Japanese cars, they're from Japan, they get to roll them off the ship. And some companies don't have any U.S. assembly facilities at all. They use contracts to assemble their products made by pieces made by subcontractors. And then you have the just-in-time philosophy, where people were used to store goods. You had a manufacturing company that assembled here, and they would keep a warehouse full of stuff. Well, that changed, because that's expensive. So now, as a manufacturing, as they're assembling, American companies assemble, and they're buying products from overseas, they literally deliver the components the day they use them. That's just in time. And if there is a delay, or there's a truck delivering components for assembly that day, and a snowstorm hits, and the trucks can't get through, production stops right there, because they can't get to the warehouse because there's no goods in the warehouse. So that's one issue, and China got hit pretty badly with COVID. And what China does, if there is a factory, even a port, that has a COVID patient where someone is tested positive, they shut the whole thing down. China does not screw around. Well, of course, that immediately stops the supply chain. And then, because of the pandemic, no one was working. And you now have truck drivers that aren't driving trucks because they found something else. You have ships, because the ports are overloaded. And if you look at the port of Los Angeles, there are 80 ships outside in the harbor waiting to unload. I think there are 60 ships that are unloading right now. It takes 2 to 3 days to unload one of those container ships. So if you count 80 times 2 to 3 days, you're talking months before the port catches up, which is why LA Port yesterday or the day before announced, and President Biden actually did the negotiations, or the White House made this happen, that the Port of Los Angeles is going 24/7. 100% to speed up unloading the products, because whatever product you have bought, let's say you bought a refrigerator, and you go, oh, no, we're back ordered. It's on a ship right outside the harbor. And this is why it may take 8 months to come in. So it's not just a pandemic. It's also warehouse distribution, truck driver shortages were bad before COVID. Now, they're just horribly bad. COVID turboed the problems. It is a real problem. Are we going to come back? Yes, we are. We're doing much better because no one bought anything during COVID, except a couple of industries did really well. Do-it-yourself industries, Lowe's, for example, just exploded because people had all the time in the world, so they put in barbecues, they bought outdoor furniture, they did projects, they built walls at home, planted new grass and plants and shrubbery. Those people did great. Of course, the internet companies, the Amazon, and then everybody else to a small extent that does internet shopping or internet selling, they did spectacularly well. The delivery companies, DoorDash, did extremely well. Supermarkets did just great because, strangely enough, people have to eat, and they were home more, not going to restaurants. Restaurants were killed. Hospitality industry wiped out. My partner and best friend lives in Las Vegas. As you know, the Strip was shut down. Shut down. Every single hotel. Gone. They were empty buildings for months and months. That is what's going on. That is the problem that we're having with the supply chain. And is it going to come back to normal? Of course it is. It's going to take months, maybe a year, for us to go back to pre-pandemic and the problems that we had. Truck drivers, you can train. I'm sure the truck driving schools, there's an article in the New York Times about the truck driving schools in England have exploded. They have more of a shortage of truck drivers than we do, and we're in a world of hurt. Coming up, rent relief here in California. As you can imagine, California is at the right top of the list in terms of helping renters. But there are a group of people that are getting screwed out of rent subsidies and help from the government, and it's going to be no surprise as to who they are. This is KFI AM 640. Let's check in with Chris Litt.
The number of people applying for unemployment benefits has dropped to its lowest level since the pandemic began. The Labor Department says 298,000 claims were filed last week. That's 36,000 fewer than the week before. A man has been arrested in connection with a fire that tore through a shipping container yard in Wilmington. The fire yesterday afternoon caused some explosions, and a hazardous waste team had to go out and see what was up. The explosions turned out to be from tires. It took firefighters about an hour to put out the fire. The LAPD has shot and killed a man who wouldn't drop a meat cleaver.
Detective Megan Aguilar says family members had called 911 because the man had been threatening them in their home in the Palms area of L.A.
What triggered this is still unclear.
Aguilar says when officers arrived on scene yesterday morning, they noticed the man in some sort of distress.
Whether that's a narcotics-induced crisis or whether that's a mental health crisis.
She says the man lived in the home with his mom, another woman, and a 10-year-old child. At LAPD headquarters, Steve Gregory, Kfi News.
The news is brought to you by Rooter Hero. The mayor of Austin, Texas, says he does not agree with the governor's ban on COVID-19 vaccine mandates.
I think this is a step too far. I think the governor's jumped the shark. I think that he's getting resistance from even places in the state that were trying to be supportive.
Mayor Steve Adler says no one has a constitutional right to put other people at risk. Governor Greg Abbott issued an executive order on Monday barring private companies or any other entity from requiring vaccines. Abbott says he supports vaccines, but says they should be voluntary, never forced. Looks like we've got an update on the 170.
Well, you betcha, and it's not good. Now, if you just joined us, listen up. This will make you late, no question about it. Panorama City, southbound 170, past Roscoe, past the 5170 split. Only the carpool lane has been open, again, since pre-dawn. The backups are horrendous. It's going back to the South 5 through the 118. Fatal crash investigation still going on. You got to get on the 170, southbound 170 Sherman Way. Oh, the whole area around Roscoe on the 170 is all jammed up. As a matter of fact, eastbound Roscoe, the 170 on-ramp, that is shut down as well. So again, get on Sherman Way or south of and you'll be fine. The other big problem going through Bellflower and Cerritos, east on to what, at Clark before the 605. Couple lanes blocked there. Back up 710 solid. Use Artesia Boulevard over towards 605. And finally, your South 405, if you were thinking about it, boy, from north up down to the 101 up and over the hill. It's just one of those slow morning drives. Everybody went that way. Injured in an accident, visit Superwoman, superlawyer.com. Jeff Saul, KFI in the sky.
The deciding game 5 of the National League Division Series between the Dodgers and the Giants happens tonight. Mookie Betts was